Brad Williams, XL Prime. Section 11.6, how to substitute brown bear to black bear. Well, again, this is just a text manipulation format, and there's a couple different ways to do this. So why don't we just type in brown bear? Brown bear. So let's first off and say, well, I don't like brown bear without capital letters. Well, you can go in and just go B and change the capital B's. Go find and select and go replace small cap B, the B, hit replace brown bear. That's a quick way. If you have a lot of data and a lot of different B's, that could be a nightmare. Let's say this is brown bear is a long sentence in 14 different rows. You could go through, and this is a simple way. You know that it works and it's simple. You can change that brown bear to uppercase or lowercase. You can even go in and say, well, brown bear, I want as black bear. So you type in whatever you want to replace. Type in brown to black. Replace. It's that simple. You don't have to worry about text functions or text formulas or all the vocabulary or trying to sort out the lexicon. It can get a little hairy with this old school text manipulation methods. For example, let's go back to formulas. Let's go to text, and then you have all of the different functions. You want to learn all of these? Well, yes and no. Yes, if you're importing data, you have a large data set. You're finding that whatever data you're importing is a mess. And sometimes you have to go ahead and change all that. Let's say you have a comma delimited file or a semicolon delimited file. What does that mean? That means you're importing from a database, and the configuration could be in a comma format. It could be in a different format. It could be a semicolon format, and you have to manipulate that information. That's why these text manipulation tools are helpful. Black bear. Let's say you want black bear and you want to replace that. Your boss wants to see it in a formula method. Well, you could do this. Here is a function argument. I want to go this route so you could see this dialog box. We can also go up into the fx function and do the same thing. But here we have an old text. What do we want to do? We want to change black bear to brown bear. The best way to do that is just go old text and type in black. And then the start number. With text, you have to count the characters. And that can be just a pain in the rear sometimes. That's just the way it is. There's real old school, back in the 90s, the structure there. And then there were some improvements, 2000, and then in 2010, there were some slight improvements. And today, this manipulation is much easier. Go with me on this one, all right? This is a learning lesson. And then as we progress over the next 2 or 3 or 4 sessions, you'll go, okay, I see what the end is. Here we have black, and we have a start number. We want to replace black with brown. The start number is 1. The number of characters. We're replacing black, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters, with brown, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are we replacing 5 characters, or are we implementing 6 characters? That's the challenge when you're new to text manipulation. We want to replace 5 characters, so we want to put 5. Don't worry about that space. Remember, space is also a character. And then we want new text. We want brown, BROWN. Hit OK. Now we have brown. And that's what we did. We replaced brown with black, but now we don't have bear. You're asking, well, that was useless. We can concatenate this, or we can replace this black with the row. So just type in C4. And here we have brown bear. Let's say we want all this uppercase. We can add another function here, and we can go text, upper. Look at the arguments here. We have upper. Upper will have to be in its own little world. Are there any other arguments you need to put in? No. So hit upper. We want brown bear in all cap or uppercase. You can go in and type that in. If you have a bunch of these you need to change, what you can do is type in upper, put a parentheses around it, close the parenthesis. Now you have brown bear, and you can cut and paste this, format it however you want. If you have black bear in multiple locations, quick fix. If you want this all lower, you can hit lower, 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 and then you have lower cap. And then if you want what's called proper, which would be capitalized, just the words, hit proper. And now you have brown bear as it was originally. Another way to manipulate text is using what's called the substitute function. All we're doing is substituting black with brown. And it's very simple. Because we have two functions here, if you look above, we use the proper in order to get caps. We want the brown bear to be in caps. You can remove that. It's not a big deal. But to substitute, all we did was we went to C4, we inserted black, and we're going to replace it with brown. Now keep in mind, if you mistakenly put a space here, put black space, and just replace it with brown, there's the result. We have brown bear, one word. You lose the space in the capital B. Be careful if you're in a hurry or distracted and you accidentally put a space there, you're going to see the final results. To the right is, remember, we just insert formula text, and I put that in there just for an example. If you want to put brown hyphen bear, you can just go brown with black. We want to go brown, put a space in between black and the quote. Now you have brown bear. You can manipulate text any way you want using this formula.
Brad Williams, XL Prime. Thanks for watching.